What is going on, everybody, and welcome back. We're here on the free-to-play account, the Road to Max Rank, and we are doing Ultimate Red Zone DB Saga. We're going ahead and using Universal Survival Saga for this. I have high hopes for this. I'm very curious how this is going to play out, if I'm being completely honest. I have hopes for STR Vegeta, I have a strategy for him, and let's see if that strategy even freaking works. But let's go ahead and jump right in, and see what happens. Alright, so the strategy that I've come up with is to keep STR Vegeta in slot 2 at all times. That way you could utilize his massive amount of attacks that he does and all that power he can dish out. I just would be a little bit cautious of where I throw him, right? So that's all that comes to mind. Alright. Also looking out for lock bosses and stuff like that, which we do have towards the very end, so I just have to be a little bit careful with again the positioning.
I gave my word from one Saiyan to another, and I have to keep it. I'll shatter through my limits in my own way, on my own terms. Now you can finally see my all.
Alright. Super curious if this is gonna go, but let's take this one step at a time. Alright. So, ooh, this is really bad. So, this boss's whole gimmick is that Fizz Orbs do 60,000 damage, and right away, bro. Right away. There we go. Right away, he... We can off-rotate STR Vegeta because we're about to get another one of them next turn. So I don't want two of them on this rotation, or all three Evolution Blue Vegetas. Well, so we're going to do it this way. I forgot what is this? Every 2 spheres. Sure. Jesus. I don't even know why I did that. There's like no chance STR Vegeta is gonna get any time here. Alright, we have the UI one.
A human, that is.
Goku! Goku! Goku!
Goku! Goku! Dad!
Goku! It's up to you, Kakarot. Don't you fail!
Alright. So this is very good. Obviously, we're going to be perfectly fine. There we go. Look at that. Alright. Let's keep going. We have a revive already? Oh, it's HP with UI Goku. I forgot about that. Obviously, we're going to easily kill here. Now, I am hoping to see at least Tech UI Goku do some damage. I just have to be a little bit cautious when I activate my domain, because I don't want to activate too early where, you know what I mean, where it'll wear off before the end, because I'm not running double UI Goku, though if I'm being completely honest, I probably should have done that over Evolution Blue Vegeta, but Evolution Blue Vegeta gives out an extra 40% to stats overall, right? So it's like, kind of want that. You know what I mean? Subsidized with the domain, it's going to be really... The numbers are going to look really good. But again, we'll see. Obviously, we're going to kill here. Alright, third boss. That boss, his whole thing is that he has a lot of defense and had to do a certain amount of damage, but that didn't really matter. All right, the next boss, he has 1.6 million damage supers, so I just have to be super careful. He can evade my attacks, and he has 40 million HP, which is not a big deal, but... Alright, so how do I want to do this? I really hate this Frieza. Oh my god, this isn't good. He's still really good right now. He has 30% damage reduction, and then he'll build up with 30% damage reduction. But I almost have to do this. You know what I mean? Because I can't have him in slot 1. No way. You know what I mean? Actually, hold on. We are below 77%. Oh, when I'm receiving an attack. I still don't trust him. Dude. To keep this rotation, I have to use the Whis. Oh, man, this is so bad. Alright. Okay. You know what's even more insane? He's not even gonna get his... Whatever, dude. I want a safe face for this Vegeta, but like the more I use him, the more I just like, you know what I mean? He should have had guard, bro. Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like after he attacks, it's actually pretty decent. Normal. He should have had guard, or like an active skill that gives him perma-guard. You know what I mean? Like he should have had something. The good thing is that with every attack performing a 7% damage reduction, so he's basically now almost invincible. And if the passive serves, he is at 90% damage reduction. Why he has a HP restriction, I guess we'll never find that out. He isn't bad, but I need to get to Goku. Frieza sucks. He has a great buff. Don't get that twisted, right? But I don't need that. I need him to be in Goku. Oh my god. Alright, so General Blue. Oh, I guess General Blue. General White. Doesn't really do anything. All he does is nothing. Literally. Disables evasion attacks to guarantee. Oh, so he always attacks. Oh, so he always does damage. Oh, okay. Well, there's a couple positives here. One, we still have our Whis active, so that's good. What do I want to do? Do I want to off-rotate you? I'm gonna do this. We're gonna save the Fizz Orbs for next rotation. None of this is gonna do anything to Vegeta, right? Type advantage. He has a Whis active on him, and General White isn't actually doing that much damage. It just his attacks are guaranteed to hit. So we're just building up Vegeta. It's that his passive is so janky, dude. Like, he needs all these orbs, but he doesn't make any orbs. His team only has some certain orb changers in it. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many flaws to Evolution Blue Vegeta, and it sucks. Like, they only give him a unit super attack. They could have easily given him an active skill. You know what I mean? An active skill that gives him guard, maybe buffs or rotation. Hell, he could have been another domain character. But they didn't do that. They shafted both the Universal Survival Saga characters for one reason or another. I don't know why. I mean, there's a lot of assumptions, but I like Frieza sucks immediately outside of his buff, and you just want to get to Goku. That's it. I mean, I guess his active skill is something, but that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. I might die here, if I'm being completely honest. Oh no, I have a Whis active. Yeah, and I'll be fine. I was like, dude, that's right. I can't dodge here. He disables dodge. I honestly thought we were going to do a lot more with Evolution Blue Vegeta, but that did not happen. So, you know, GG's there. One more. Boom. Look at that. Even UI Goku, who's freaking 3 years old, is more consistent. Obviously, nothing's... Sweet. Yes. Yes.
If I win, you've got to drop the grudge and promise to be our ally during the Tournament of Power, okay?
That's cute. But when I win, you will agree to leave me alone to do as I please.
Alright. Obviously, we're going to immediately switch into Goku. I freaking hate Frieza, dude. Look how ridiculously good Goku is. Guards, damage reduction, all that stuff. And he just needs a rainbow. Dude, basically becomes one of the best defense characters in the game. It's like stupid. Oh, look at all them rainbow orbs. That's crazy, bro. He sacks it. So I guess the only reason you would want to use Frieza is literally just for the buff, right? Like, I don't want to take away from that, but who cares, dude? Who cares about any of this if he can't take anything? You know what I mean? Alright. All them rainbow orbs for the guys at the end. We're obviously going to be totally fine. I don't think we'll kill here. There's a good chance we do, though. Yeah. That is such a good... I'm really happy that they did that. Alright. Now it's General Blue. 60 million... what's it called? Yeah, what's it called? 60 million HP. 1.8 million super. He locks characters. Oh, dude, he locked Vegeta. Do I have my revive? I do not. Do I trust Vegeta in slot 1 with 500,000 defense? I mean, he hasn't fully built up. He needs one more. What are we looking at? We got 3 more characters. You know what's crazy? I'm gonna do this. Huh. Okay, so I have 2 options here. I can either use the Whis to guarantee my safety throughout this turn, then the next. Or I use my domain. But I feel like I should use my domain after for like the other 2 bosses who are ridiculously powerful. And I can subsidize with active skills, the Whis with active skills and stuff like that. I'm not too worried about that, if I'm being honest. And since I'm off-rotating, STR Evolution Blue Vegeta now, like, he will get whatever I give him. But 500,000 defense with 50% damage reduction on a 1.8 million potential super. I don't want to use the Whis just yet because the boss at the very end does a lot of damage. You know what? I'm just gonna risk it. Okay, Evolution Blue Vegeta is fine. Alright, he's good. Because I was worried I was going to get supered immediately, and I would have been worried if that would have happened. But if, like, say I got hit 1 or 2 times before I would have gotten supered, I would be totally fine. You know what I mean? Evolution Blue Vegeta is totally fine now. Int Evolution Blue Vegeta. The last Evolution Blue Vegeta in the very last slot. I guess we'll see. Dude, I think it's been more than 6 turns, and he still hasn't. I got him 9 orbs. Let's see if he supers. Because if he supers a couple of times and gets that 30%, and then he ooh, that's good. That's great, sweet. Because he got hit, so he had guard and stuff like that, so he would have been totally fine. I think, but we'll never know, and we don't have to know. Also, the unit super attack doesn't actually give anything to this Vegeta. Like, it doesn't give him any stacking. Like, you know what would have been really crazy? If he got the unit super attack and he gave himself guard. You know what I mean? Through the unit super attack. I think that would have been a pretty interesting design. And it would have, like, made him substantially more consistent. But they didn't do that. They just gave him a unit super attack to give him a unit super attack. And that's it. He could do a lot of damage, but that's not everything. He has defensive capabilities, but again, it's not enough in this day and age. He's good here because this is not like an insane level of difficulty, but it's still pretty hard. Ooh. We're left with an interesting... Wait, don't I have my revive? Yeah, I have my revive. I could just go for it. And if I die, I die, I guess. I don't remember what he does. Oh. Then what does you do? I mean, I would probably go for the attack rather than the rainbow orb change. I'm gonna give the buff. I don't anticipate us... Either we die here and we're totally fine because the UI Goku has his revive, or we kill with UI Goku or freaking, what's it called, Frieza. Nonetheless, we're killing here, no matter what. We're either dying or killing here. And I knew we were gonna kill there. All right, but I gave the buff because why not? Strategy, bro. Strategy. All right, Mercenary Tau. 2 million defense. I mean, 2 million defense. Could you imagine? 2 million, 2.1 million attack. He raises his attack each turn is passed up to 100%. So he could basically do over 4 million, right? So he has 150 million HP. After we... Wait, what? Huh. So as soon as we start doing damage to him, he can immediately super attack. So that's his whole thing. That's disgusting. We have the revive up with Evolution Blue Vegeta, so we'd be totally fine. But we're obviously gonna do this. Sweet. So we got our domain. I don't remember his base each. Yeah, it's rainbow orb per rainbow orb. And they get, dude, I really, really like the blues. Sweet, we got 3 rainbow orbs. Alright, I think we should be totally fine. Obviously, he's going to dodge all of these attacks turn 1. And he's just going to do nothing to Mercenary Tau. 12 million. Tickle damage to the boy Tau. We have the damage output right on our side. I just can't take too long. One, because I want to keep the domain up for as many bosses as possible. So Mercenary Tau and the very last boss. But I wanted to use them here because I probably could have saved it if I'm being completely honest. Because we had the Evolution Blue Vegeta's revive. I probably could have saved it. But 32 million is still pretty good, right? Honestly, if he dishes out 3 of these, we'll look pretty good going into the next rotation. Not 32 million, but like just 3 supers. So much more consistent than fucking STR Evolution Blue Vegeta. 3-plus-year-old character, dude. It's still fantastic. Obviously, he needed an easy A, but that's nor here nor there. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to die here. I don't think I will. I think we're going to do just fine here. Even these guys are bet down. Fuck out of here. Oh, man. I don't... Like, Evolution Blue Vegeta would have been so much better if he, like, Rainbow Orb changed or, like, multiple Orb changed. Like, if he was a multiple Orb changer. Like, I would have liked him way better. Obviously, we're not going to kill here. Not that this is going to do anything to us. Boom. Alright. He needs one more super attack. If this was attack instead of super attack, he would be so much more consistent. But it isn't, so he sucks. Oh, I almost screwed that up. We'll do this. We'll do this. And then... Wait. I did not give him a rainbow orb. Oh, dude, I don't reset though. I don't reset. That's like my whole thing. I don't reset. I live with my mistakes. So I learn. That's just kind of how I do things. I mean, we'll... Dude. Fuck. Oh, no, dude, I messed up so bad. Dude, I messed up so bad. Oh, my God. I don't reset, but I want to win. First time I've ever done that. Oh my God. I was like, there's no way I'm going to reset. Hold on. I was about to go for it too. I was like, I'm good, bro. Dude, I messed that up so bad. I totally did. Because I was like, oh, dude, I could just go in. I'll be fine taking the normals. Just chance on the normals. Nah. It's like... I need to do... See, look. He doesn't have... He needs the fist with all the colors up here. And that will indicate that he has his damage reduction because it's tied to it. I did this. I should have done this. Now, he has it. Right now he has his damage reduction. Plus his effective against all types. So, okay. I don't normally do that. Trust me, I do not do that. I don't like resetting at all. But I feel like it was necessary because I would have just lost. I just would have condemned a loss for no reason. And like 20-something minutes would have been completely useless. Like, nothing's going to happen here. Yeah, see, I took the super. That would have been death. 100%. Dude, could you imagine if I didn't do that? I would have taken fucking 3 million damage. Or something. Like, I would have lost. Like, I condemn myself to a loss. There's like no surviving that. Even with the Whis, I would have lost there. I probably could have used a Whis, but I would have used a Whis to correct my mistake. But the simple is, hey, I misclicked and I wasn't paying attention. My bad. You know, there. You get a couple of them. You get a couple of them, in my opinion. You can do it as many times as you want, right? To kind of strategize well, but I don't like to do it. But I guess I would do it just in case. I guess STR Vegeta's not gonna get any love. That's totally fine. All right, next rotation. All right, Major General Black, Staff Officer Black, Major General. Why the hell did I say that? All right, he has 80 million HP, which is a far cry from Mercenary Tau, but he does a flat 3.5 million damage. Mercenary Tau can obviously do more damage and has more HP, is technically, quotations, the harder boss, but it takes time for him to get up there. So there is all that. I am fairly confident here. We do have the revive across the entire board, so I'm not going to use the Whis, but we are going to use the active skill.
I'll hit you with an attack you won't be able to destroy! This is everything I've got!
Did I just win? Did I just win? With Evolution Blue Vegeta? Because his active skill works as one of his super attacks, so it's like he's at almost 1 million defense. So, did I just win? I think we just won. If, for whatever reason, Staff Officer, this guy does not survives this somehow, then sure. I doubt it, though. Yeah, totally. All right, GG's. Mercenary Tau was the hardest. Like, yeah, we could get it for 3.5 million, but honestly, the consistency and the HP drastic increase of, Mercenary Tau definitely attributed to us, not losing it, right? So, all right, that is the Rebu Narbi, what's it called? Red Zone stage. So, yoo-hoo. Went really, really well. Obviously, we didn't see UI Goku's active skill. We didn't see the Blue Bros active skill. We didn't see. What is it? 10 hours? What the fuck? Dude, I have not been doing this for 10 hours. I think it's because I got out on the screen. I swear to God, I have not done this for 10 hours. There's no cuts anywhere. And I'm not good enough to make them seamless. Just telling you that. Why is it 10 hours, bro? That doesn't make any sense. No, I did not. It didn't take me 10 hours to do this stupid stage, bro. Oh my God. Whatever, dude. Whatever. Dude, 10 hours of fighting. Still only used the Whis. Like, this team's goated. Obviously, we didn't see the active skill here. We didn't see the active skill here. Didn't see the revive here. We saw obviously the domain here. Nothing here, obviously. We didn't see. So there was still a lot for us to use and a utilization. Plus, we had an extra Whis. And maybe even 2 if, you know, rotations were a little bit better, but besides the point. So there was still a lot of potency out of this team that we could have used to kind of mitigate a lot of the stuff. We probably could have even used some of the active skills earlier, if I'm being completely honest, to clear out some of the stages a little bit faster, but, you know, whatever. You know what I mean? Mercenaries, I would say, was the hardest because of how ridiculous it can be. If the final boss had 300 million, no, yeah, 30. No, it would, yeah, if he had 300, if he had double what Mercenary Tau had on HP, he would be a more formidable foe, obviously, with the base 3.5 million, you know, super attack and the really high attack, right? Mercenary Tau would eventually have gotten stronger than him, but, you know, it didn't happen. So, that's good. So, I'm out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think. I'll catch you guys later. Peace! Thank you for watching.